guys, so it is finally cool enough that I can wear a jacket. It is raining today. I spent all of last night reading a book that I was sure was gonna give me nightmares. It didn't, but it put me in the spooky season mood. It is September 29th, and we are going to head out into the rain, get some coffee, go to a gallery. Let's get on the bus. Let's go out. They have really good music, but it's certainly copyrighted. I'm going to read this mildly horrifying story, and I'm going to drink my mocha tea and enjoy the feeling like I'm being in a tree. Ooh, the music stopped. See you in a little bit. And sat up here. This is covered. This is the Ivy House. It is right here in Insadong, right next to Chogyesa, and it is a massive building. It doesn't look that big from the front, and then you come back and it's this entire 3-story building. I think it's even technically 2 buildings. Really nice. Excellent tea. And now we're gonna take a pretty long walk to a gallery. That I am nice and sticky, having walked for 30 minutes, we are heading to N/A gallery, and I'm a little lost, so I'm going to focus on it. It's somewhere underneath seoul. So wish me luck. We're in a new location. That gallery was really cool, a little bit difficult to find, but if you kept your eyes peeled, it was there. And then I walked over to Myeongdong, which is empty. I mean, I knew that Myeongdong was really suffering right now, but I had no idea. Like, this coffee shop that I love is gutted. Everything is closed. So there is, however, a new coffee shop that just opened, so I'm gonna go and support. It has a really cool view. There's something noisy going on in the street, so I'm going to focus on finding coffee, maybe a little something to eat, and hopefully show you a cool view of the cathedral. But yeah, we are now in Myeongdong, and it is sticky. It is clammy, which is a word I don't like, but is the only word I can describe this weather as. Clammy. All right, let's go. This is lovely. And in better weather, this entire thing would be filled with chairs. I love it. There's a nut. How can you get better? Freshly caffeinated. It got windy, I'm sorry. That was so cute. The guy working there was really nice. Really good coffee. The bruschetta was really good, like really good. And they had they had artichoke. When was the last time I saw an artichoke in Korea? I almost got it, but I held back. And then Kurt fell in love with cannoli when we were in New York. And they had cannoncini, which I guess is like small cannoli. So I got myself one and him one for later. And now I'm walking through Myeongdong and I'm going to actually just head home. I want to do a little bit of work, finish my book. I'm gonna focus on getting on my bus and I will see you there.
Julian's online. I've seen what she's up to. She always had a clingy guy that would catch her eyes to get sucked into. But then she threw me away. But then she threw me away.
Hi everybody. So it is Friday. Kurt is going camping with our friend Niru, and so I have the day to myself, which is great but also very bad because I have been feeling so impulsive lately, and I've been like had a hankering for a tattoo again. I go through these phases, and I'm deep in one of them right now, to the point where I'm like seconds away from emailing the artist that I want to get the tattoo from. So instead of getting a tattoo today, I'm hoping I can curb my impulsion by getting a haircut instead. So I'm gonna go get a haircut because the last time I got a haircut, don't know why, but I asked for no layers because I typically don't get layers. But I've decided, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go for a layered look. My hair just feels kind of boring and like all one length and thick, and I need a change. And instead of a permanent one like a tattoo, I've decided to just get layers. So we're walking to a new place that I've never been to in Gangnam. So we'll see how that goes. I messaged the stylist on Instagram. She's super nice. I'm excited. Let's cut this all off. Actually, no, we're not changing the length at all, but let's go. Great impulsive decision. So I actually didn't film in there because my stylist Sarah was filming, and so hopefully I can just use her footage. But also she was fast. This was one of my faster salon times because normally I'm getting some kind of perm or something. This was just a cut. She made quick work of it. The girls that worked there, oh my god, I'm gonna be hit by all directions. Okay, oh, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Okay, good. Almost died. Anyway, the girls that worked there, super cute. They were all in these like badass uniforms and they all had earpieces, so they looked like spies. I don't know, they were really nice. And my stylist was super cute. And yeah, this is called a hush cut, hushy cut. And so it's basically just like 2 main layers. Anyway, we're gonna see how it looks when I'm in charge of styling it, because she did an absolutely beautiful job of blow drying my hair, and I know that I do not do that. So we'll see, but I'm happy with it. I'm heading home. I have to film a book video. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. I'm planning on watching a scary movie because it's October 1st. Catch you later.
Time and the sleepless nights that you put me through, because you threw me away. Because you threw me away. Because you threw me away. Because you threw me away.
Okay, hi, I'm washing my sheets. I decided not to drive Kurt completely over the edge, so I did not. I put away the garland, but I totally bought this cloak that I will definitely be wearing all year round. Let me put the hood on. If any of you guys want to match me and like we can meet up somewhere and freak people out, this is from Daiso. But anyway, I am going to, first of all, the hair. I'm so very pleased with it. I know it's never gonna look like this again, but for today, what a wonderful world I'm living in. I'm going to go film my book video. I have to somehow hide my laundry. It's a weekly thing. Okay, I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye. We're being real wild. I got a Fuki. Kurt has safely arrived wherever the hell he is camping. So now I can happily kick back and eat my cheese tteokbokki. Oh my god. This is, normally you'd split this with someone. This is a lot of food, but I'm picking a scary movie. Let me go get chopsticks. So if you watch my book channel, you might know that I just read a book that was kind of, not totally, but kind of based off of The Village by M. Night Shyamalan, and I suddenly really want to watch that. I've been watching Sex Education. Great. Like, I knew it was great, but do you ever have those things where you don't, like, so many people hype it up and you're like, yeah, I know it's really good, but I'm not in the mood, I'm not ready. That was me. And so finally I was like, you know what, it's time. And it is really good, guys. It's very funny. Ooh, should I watch Shutter Island? It is suddenly so cold in my house too, so now I'm, should I watch Midsummer? No. I don't know if I talked about Midsummer, but I watched it by myself, and in a theater, I was alone, and I was sitting somehow miraculously with a bunch of other girls that came there alone. It was an E-day, so maybe that's why. But the theater was packed, and I remember we were all, it was like a very active vocal audience. Like, we were all screaming and, you know, jumping, and it's a very disturbing film. And we were all like in it together. And then there's a scene at the end, there's nudity, and it is like terrifying. Like, it is literally the climax of a horror movie. So we should be terrified, and I'm sitting there feeling sick. I'm so scared, I'm so tense, and the rest of the theater, I think it was just like a difference in cultural humor, but the whole theater started laughing at the nudity, because it was a little ridiculous, but like the ridiculousness was lost on me. It was more, I was terrified. So now I'm surrounded by all these people who are laughing, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm surrounded by psychopaths, and I'm so scared. And I will never forget that moment. It was very scary. We were just not vibing at that point. Anyway, every time I think of Midsummer, I think of that moment where I was suddenly like, oh damn. Do I really want to do this to myself? Do I really want to watch a horror movie? Suddenly I'm like, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I was listening to a podcast today, and it was talking about Catch Me If You Can, and I kind of want to watch that too. Screw it, I'm gonna watch The Village. My screen is so dirty. Got it. Can you hear? Creepy. What a crazy cast too, man. I was able to explain the whole plot of this movie to Kurt yesterday because he can't watch scary movies. And so I was like, can I spoil it for you? And he was like, yeah, I'm never gonna watch this. So I'm just doing everything that I like to do that Kurt hates while he's gone. All right. I'm gonna get into it. Talk to you guys later. This storm just came out of nowhere and it is raining hard. I've literally never seen rain like this ever. And did it just stop? Just like that? Oh no, definitely not. Nope, did not stop. It's still raining. It's raining like a normal amount now, as opposed to the absolutely torrential stuff that was going on a second ago. Good afternoon. We are in the Sinchon Hongdae area and we are gonna hit a couple of shops that I wanted to go to, but they all have weird open hours or I'm just never in this area. We are first going to go to a place called Analog Never Dies, which looks to be a very dangerous home interior store. And then I need to get something to drink because I realized I haven't had anything to drink today. I am very dehydrated and it was so toasty warm on that bus and I almost fell asleep. So we're gonna get caffeine, cold caffeine in fact. All right, let's go to Ant. Deeper into Yeonnam now, and I need to know if this is like a seasonal, like a yearly thing or a bi-yearly thing. I don't know. These are all unhang trees. In English, we often say ginkgo. They're the ones that turn bright yellow. They're beautiful. This particular part of the park is stunning, stunning during autumn. And they did this to the unhangs by my house, some of them. And they did it to all of these here. They cut them, like cut all of the branches really, really tight. So there's only a couple leaves left. And I just wanna know why, because they are my favorite in autumn. And I'm just wondering, like, were they all sick? Do they just need to do this every couple of years to keep them healthy? I don't know, but I'm quite sad to see them also cut here. But c'est la vie, I suppose. And now we're heading to one store called the Sayu House, which I went to when they were closed, and I've peeked in, and it's beautiful and definitely out of my price range, but I just want to look. And then we're gonna head to Big Sleep, which is a shop that I hope I don't buy anything in, but it's like gorgeous and stunning, and I can't wait to visit. So let's meander through these little streets, find the place where I'm supposed to be, and not spend money. Cool. Also, if you aren't following this place on Instagram yet, do it now because their cakes are incredible. I don't know how they taste, but they're like works of art. One day I will have one. I just want this down for the record. It is October 2nd, and I'm pretty sure I have dressed in such a way that I'm not too hot, I'm not too cold. I dressed correctly for the weather. So possibly the first time in 2021 that this has happened, and I'm so happy. I'm a great temperature. If you've done this within the past couple months, pat yourself on the dang back. It ain't easy. So anyway, oh, this is the cafe. I'm not gonna go here again because I went there last year, but this cafe with the bow, the gift, they did a really good job for Halloween last year, like with all their desserts and stuff. So definitely I'll link them below, but check them out for this year. They were cute, but now to cross this treacherous street. Not meant to be. Maybe it's a sign. I really want to go in though. Look at how pretty. Close your eyes if you're scared of bugs. I just need people to witness what I have been witnessing this entire season. So close your eyes if you're scared of spiders specifically. Are they closed? Keep them closed, keep them closed. Look at this. Look at how large that is. Like, what the hell? So anyway, just be careful when you're out walking. Stay on the path. Stay on the path. All right, let's go. Ooh. You can open your eyes now. Let's head home so I can tell you what I got. Oh, hello. Ow. Hi, so we're back home. Obviously, this is actually the next day because I will explain. But this is what I ended up getting. Kurt got this really beautiful vintage cup that he loved, and it broke. And so I got him the closest I could find because it had this really cool shape. He's very particular. I found this one because it was very similar, and so I got him this little cup. And then I got a radio meter, which is a cool little thing that spins the closer it is to certain wavelengths or whatever. I don't know, science words. It's cool. So when it's in the sun, right now it's in the shade, so it's not doing anything, but it's still pretty. So that's what I bought. The reason why I didn't continue the vlog that day was Kurt got home from his camping trip, so I just wanted to hang out with him, and he was super hungry, so we ended up just getting dinner and stuff like that. And then at 1 a.m. we were awoken by our fire alarm. My floor, the people on my floor are so good. They grab their pets, we're all out, like we're so quick. And we all take the stairs together, and it's the only time that I ever see my neighbors. But I appreciate them. They take this shit seriously, unlike the other people in my building. Oh my God. So we go outside, and I just grabbed like our passports, which is in the container that has like my ID, my vaccination card, etc. And we just left. And from the ground outside, you could see one particular apartment was like glowing with fire. You could see flame. And that was terrifying, because you guys might know this, but like fire is one of my biggest fears. Where I grew up is prone to wildfires. We get it's like a yearly thing. We get evacuated kind of thing. Anyway, long story short, they called the fire department. Fire department was there within seconds, and they all went up, and we could see that the flames were out. Like even before the firefighters got there, the glowing, because you know I have like this huge window, right? So you could see it. The glowing had stopped, and suddenly the house was dark, and we were like, what? The firefighters go up there. We can see they have their flashlights. They didn't turn the lights on in the house. They just did the flashlights, and you could see like there was a lot of smoke and stuff. And then they come down. They took the elevator down, which is a good sign. And they were basically, as they were coming back into their trucks, they were just like, no fire, no fire, bye guys, I'm out. And we were all just standing there, like all of us, like everybody's in their pajamas, everybody's got their dog, and we're all just looking at each other like, some people took their laptops. It was funny to see like what people grabbed. But anyway, I got to pet a lot of the apartment dogs, so it was a nice time. Turns out it was somebody had like a huge candle, or like multiple candles. I don't think it even fell over. Like I don't even think it was really like an out of control fire. I just think that the smoke was way too much. Like it was too much fire in one room. But what pissed me off, and it's the reason why I'm even telling this story, little PSA, is that there were people who were in our building looking out their windows down at us, and they're just looking out like at the fire trucks. To the point where there was one person who was next to the house that had the issue, like had the fire, and he's just standing there looking at us like, It just makes me so mad, because so often firefighters get injured because they are trying to save someone who didn't evacuate on time. I mean, it was also 1 o'clock, so looking back, I posted an Instagram story about it, and I used the word livid in all caps. I mean, I wasn't that angry, but still, just a little PSA. Next time, if there's a fire alarm and you're kind of like, I don't really want to get out of bed, think of me. Do it for me, please. So that was the drama of the day, and I'm gonna end the vlog here. So thank you for being on this journey with me, and I will see you later, okay? Thank you always. Bye.